Hi, welcome to the Destin Business Forum, brought to you by the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Amy Perry, and I have two gentlemen with me today from Poppy's Seafood Factory and Hammerheads Bar and Grill. Mark Spalding, you are the general manager, and Shane Quinlan, you are the executive chef, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I always like to make sure I have the right people. No,
Yes, you have the right ones here.
Thank you for joining us. Tell me, just in general, for those people who don't know, what is Poppy's and Hammerheads?
Poppy's Seafood Factory and Hammerheads Bar and Grill are restaurants located in Baytowne Wharf in the Village of Sandestin. We've been there since the opening of Baytowne Wharf back in 2002. You've got Poppy's Seafood Factory, which is more of a casual fine dining family atmosphere, a little more of the fine dining upstairs. And Hammerheads Bar and Grill is a bayside grill and oyster bar right on the water.
Gotcha. And what type of food do you serve there, Shane?
Well, at Poppy's Seafood Factory, as Mark mentioned, it's a resort casual, fine dining, slightly upscale, but not too much. Good for everybody. Bring the family, bring the kids in. We're a large restaurant, and we do a high volume business. And with that, it's a seafood restaurant, obviously. Poppy's Seafood Factory.
Great location.
Great location, yes. We pride ourselves in using as much as possible from the Gulf of Mexico. We have yellowfin tuna, mahi-mahi, grouper of all different types. I also sell wahoo and swordfish, all the fish coming directly out of the Gulf of Mexico.
So it's fresh.
Very fresh, very good.
And I don't want to be pushy, but I see that you brought something with you today. Could
yes,
you maybe
Amy,
show
I
me?
did. I
You
brought
listened.
a couple of things. I did. I brought a couple of things. This is a cup of our seafood gumbo.
Oh, that looks delicious, and I know it is delicious because I had a little sample of it.
This is one of our salads.
Tuna and
Watermelon. This is our key lime pie. Okay, so a traditional seafood gumbo made with the Holy Trinity, which is celery, onions, and bell peppers. You start with a dark roux. It's finished with jumbo lump crab meat and baby Gulf shrimp. And okay, here we have this. This is a local yellowfin tuna and watermelon salad that I created. It's got a bed of baby Italian arugula that's tossed in a tamarind vinaigrette. Then I sear rare the yellowfin tuna, slice it thin, pair it up with the watermelon, finish them with a wasabi aioli and a sweet soy glaze, and I've got a little sriracha sauce on the plate. So what you've got here is a little bit of Asian, a little bit of Cajun, a little bit of Southern with the watermelon, and it's got a sweet and savory and spicy. It's all at the same time. Okay. So it's a nice appetizer.
I love tuna salads. I'm going to try not to eat that while we're on the air, but that looks delicious. And the tuna is just perfectly rare. I love that. I love that. Okay, and
respect to the tuna. This is our traditional key lime pie, the same exact recipe that we've been using for 11 years. We get a lot of raves on it. It's finished with a whipped cream and a key lime glaze, a couple of berries here and there. It's got a graham cracker crust. Everybody loves our key lime pie.
My mouth is literally watering. And you put I love blackberries. Nobody puts blackberries. Love that.
Blackberries are good right now in season. As you can see, it's nice and plump and juicy.
Okay, so let's get back to you guys. Mark, tell me a little bit about your background.
I've been a general manager actually at Poppy's in and out for the last 10 years between Poppy's Seafood Factory and Hammerheads Bar and Grill. Prior to that, I was out at Chef Paul's. That was out at Carolyn Beach.
Okay.
That was a number of years ago, and I spent about 15 years in the restaurant business in Atlanta. Also spent about 5 or 6 years in the wine business.
I can't help but notice this lovely bottle of wine has a medal on it. What is this all about?
That is the gold medal that I was awarded at the Atlanta International Wine Festival, the sommelier competition. It was a two-day exam where you spent 1.5 days answering about 800 written questions, and then you also had tastings and blind tastings. I was fortunate enough to win a gold medal.
That really is like a bar exam.
Yes.
So you said something before we went on the air that you had to identify some wines by...
We did 2 different flights of reds and whites where you were given 5 different glasses and not told anything about them. You had to say, based on what you tasted or smelled, what they were. I went and nosed them and smelled them all and told them what they were. And that was one of the things that put me over the top to get the gold medal.
So you know your wines.
I enjoy my wines. Pairing them with Chef Fanny's food has always been a joy and a pleasure of mine.
So somebody comes in and they know they like red, but they don't really know what would be right with whatever they're having. You can help them with that.
We've got an outstanding wine list. It's won many awards. We put it together for years and keep altering it and changing it. We do wonderful pairings with food and wine all the time. If somebody tells me they don't like wine, I just think they haven't had the right wine yet.
Right.
And with
that's what I think too.
With our outstanding food, multiple different wines, we can come up with something that's going to satisfy everybody.
All right. Shane, how'd you get into this business?
You know, I was born and raised on the Gulf Coast. I came up and grew up with Destin and Sandestin as it grew. I started my career here and went to Charleston, South Carolina, and got my culinary degree at the Culinary School, Johnson & Wales University. After that, I did my externship in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, with Sea Pines Resort. I stayed on there for a year and then made a move to California. I moved to the Santa Cruz and San Francisco Bay Area, where I stayed for 3 years, really got enlightened on a lot of new styles of cuisine. I worked for West End hotels and resorts there. And then I came back to my hometown and in Destin and worked for Jim Altamura at Marina Cafe. I was the chef there, an executive sous chef there for 3 years at Marina Cafe and Destin Chops. And then I went on for a 2-year stint at Indian Bayou Country Club, Golf Country Club.
Know all these places well.
Yeah, all familiar places. And then I came on with AJ Tusa down in the Baytowne Village when we were building the Baytowne Village. We were literally down there in hard hats building the kitchen and putting it together with wood floors, and saw it rise up to, you know, a great potential. And we had Hammerheads Bar and Grill, Poppy's Seafood Factory, and Roberto's Pizzeria there, and they've all been extremely successful restaurants.
AJ knows how to build a great restaurant, and he puts the right people in. Is what I would say. Not that he needs any advice from me, but okay. So at the restaurant, we're kind of before the season. Do you have anything that you do for snowbirds that's unique or special?
Well, the chef has come up with a couple of different menus, one being an early bird or a snowbird menu that we're using at Poppy's. We also have one at Hammerhead's Bar and Grill. It gives them a chance to come in and taste and try our cuisine at an affordable price. Special hours on that, be 4 to 6 p.m. at Poppy's Seafood Factory, and an afternoon one from 11 to 5 at Hammerhead's Bar and Grill. Also, chef has put together, this being the time of year where you can come in and spend more time with us if you're a local guest, because we don't have all of our visitors. We put together a great aphrodisiac Valentine's Day menu that the chef's prepared and we're pairing wines with to make a nice romantic weekend, since it is a long weekend for Valentine's Day.
There you go. Okay, you got to tell me what the menu is for Valentine's Day.
Well,
just in case somebody that's married to me is listening.
I created the menu revolving around aphrodisiacs. Each course and each dish on the menu has some sort of food aphrodisiac in it. And aphrodisiac food, you know, since ancient times, you know, some of the greatest lovers of all time were Aphrodite and Cleopatra, and they were well known for using aphrodisiacs to seduce their lovers. And aphrodisiacs have been, you know, shown to give a great vital awareness to lovers. So we revolve the menu around that, and it's a well-priced menu at $45 per person. And we'll be offering that on Friday and Saturday night, February 14th and February 15th.
Oh, nice.
Down at Poppy's Seafood Factory. That's one of the things that we've got going on, and, you know, otherwise we're just getting ready for a busy season as well down there. You know, it's 5 weeks away. Doing a lot of repairs.
It's only 5 weeks away?
Yes,
wow.
It is. Won't be long before spring break is upon us, and we're geared up and ready to go.
All right, Mark, as he was explaining the Valentine's dinner, you mentioned, I thought I heard you say chocolate. You have some chocolate, right, for the...
Yes, absolutely. Several chocolate things. Chocolate cake, chocolate creme brulee for dessert. We focus on things like oysters and ginger and berries and aromatics like rosemary and
my
thyme.
mouth is watering. I hope it doesn't show, but that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's going to be a great menu.
Is there, for those who don't know, Poppy's and Hammerheads are pretty large places. So if you wanted to have a party there, what type of accommodations could you do?
We're fortunate due to the fact that we have the two different restaurants that are right next to each other. We can handle a small group of 8 or 10 people up to 500.
Wow.
And anything in between. With the chef and his menus, we customize a menu to each and every occasion. It can be something as simple as a celebratory dinner. We do some wonderful wine dinners. We've done themed dinners before for a corporate event, even if it's something as simple as celebrating you've had a good quarter. We have a buffet set up or a plated dinner. And with Poppy's, it's got to be one of the best balconies to watch the sunset.
I was going to say, the location's not too bad.
It's a beautiful location right on the water, and you can't go wrong with
And
it.
you can see fireworks occasionally in Sandestin,
Yes,
correct?
you can.
All right. What's your favorite dish to prepare?
My favorite dish to prepare, probably one of my top selling entrees, is the grouper pontchartrain. We go through so much fresh grouper. I top it with jumbo lump crab. It's served on a bed of Anson Mills stone ground cheese grits that are fantastic. It's finished with a creamy Creole Meuniere and a Béarnaise sauce on top. But our house specialty is blackened lobster. That's what we were born and raised on. We have 2 lobster tanks in the restaurant. We serve all sizes of lobster. We take it and we steam it first, and then we clean it up for you. And then when you order your lobster, we put blackening spice on it. We blacken it very lightly, so it's very easy to eat. You just pull it right out of the shell. There's no work at all.
I like that.
You pair that up with an 8-ounce filet or a ribeye steak, and it's a great pairing. We can even go so far as to put a thermidor topping on there, which is jumbo lump crab and Gulf shrimp on top. So along with many other grouper entrees and dishes, we have other steaks, we have pastas, we have lots of salads, we have lots of house-made desserts, we have our seafood gumbo, our key lime pie.
Seafood gumbo is really, really good.
Yeah, this is
so do you
wonderful.
have wheels on the chair so you can roll people out when they're nice and full?
We have a golf cart. We have a golf cart.
We have
that
a golf
pull
cart.
up,
Oh, there you go,
And
there
you
you
have
go.
to walk to the door, but then we can put you to the golf cart, get you back to your car.
Take you to your car or your house. That's great. And you have the wines. Do you sell champagne?
Yes, ma'am. We love champagne. We sell everything from a California sparkling wine to La Grande Dame and expensive bottles of great champagne.
I love champagne. We were talking about white wine, and I said I didn't really like white wine. You said, well, you like champagne, don't you? And that is a white wine. So you can help people who maybe.
I truly enjoy pairing chef's food with our wines, and with the extensive list we have, we can come up with any kind of pairing you'd like, any price point. If you're out celebrating, we have people that get engaged. We had a couple last week that were back because they'd gotten engaged and married separate years at our restaurant. We're back celebrating an anniversary. Of course, they want to send champagne to go along with that.
So do they need to ask for you, or can anybody help them?
Any of our staff at Poppy's or Hammerheads is trained.
They get educated on that. Okay.
At the same time, if I'm always on property, you can always ask for me. I'll be delighted to come by.
Wonderful. I'll do that the next time.
I don't want to leave out Hammerheads Bar and Grill because Hammerheads, I don't know if you've been down there, but it's an extremely vibrant, wonderful place. We've got live music day and night during the season. It's outdoor dining.
Always
You've got
full.
everything from steamed seafood to fried seafood. We've got salads. We've got a little bit of a Latino flair in there too with fish tacos and shrimp tacos, which are fantastic. Pair that with the live music, the great weather in the spring and the fall. It gets a little hot in the summertime, but it's busy down there then.
There you go.
And then live bands playing right there. So it's a
Fun
great
festive atmosphere.
Great combination. The sunset going down every day. Hammerheads Bar and Grill is a very fun place to go.
Sounds like a fun place to visit. All right, I'm going to move right into upcoming events. Saturday, January 26th is Destin's 4th annual Bayou Bay and Back 5K, 10K, and half marathon, sponsored by Shoreline Church at Clement Taylor Park. 10K half marathons are youth staff certified. Register online at active.com. New this year is the Whataburgers Kid 1 mile fun run, superhero theme. Costumes are encouraged. Tuesday, February 11th, the Leaders in Business Lunch, a Taste of Destin Restaurant Sampling Expo. Vendor booths are still available, and that will be at Destin United Methodist Church. Tuesday, February 11th, the Destin City Election Candidate Forum, Destin United Methodist Church, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday, March 20th, the Multi-Chamber Business Expo, Destin Area Greater Fort Walton Beach and Niceville Valparaiso Chambers host the 7th Annual Business Expo at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. Booths are still available. See you next time.